fall 7 times and stand up 8. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. Now, recently, IIT Madras startup Agnikul Cosmos has launched the world's first rocket with a single piece 3-dimensional printed engine. The rocket Agniban is also India's first semi cryogenic engine powered rocket launch that was completely designed and manufactured indigenously. It was launched from India's first privately developed launch pad called Dhanush. And friends, Agniban is a two-stage rocket with a capacity to carry up to 300 kg to a height of 700 kilometers, and the rocket engines are powered by liquid oxygen or kerosene. Today is the World No Tobacco Day, and friends, nicotine contained in tobacco is highly addictive, and tobacco use is a major risk factor for cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. According to an estimate, after China, India has the world's highest number of tobacco consumers. Talking about the India's initiative in this context, India is one of the 168 signatories of WHO's Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, which was launched in 2005. It aims to reduce tobacco usage worldwide by helping countries develop demand and supply reduction strategies. A law to govern tobacco sales in India has existed since 1975 and was amended in 2003. The Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act 2003 has 33 sections governing the production, advertisement, distribution, and consumption of tobacco. India also launched the National Tobacco Control Program in 2007. It is designed to improve the awareness about the harms of tobacco use. Next article talks about inflammatory bowel disease, which describes conditions characterized by chronic inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract. The two most common inflammatory bowel diseases are Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. This disease can be treated with very effective medications that control the inflammation and suppress the dysregulated and overreactive immune system. Now, recently in its annual report, Reserve Bank of India has projected a 7% GDP growth in the current financial year. According to the annual report, the outlook for Indian economy remains bright, underpinned by a sustained strengthening of the macroeconomic fundamentals, robust financial and corporate sectors, and a resilient external sector. And income of Reserve Bank of India in financial year 2023-24 rose around 17% year on year due to a significant rise in the interest income from foreign securities. Next article focuses upon foreign direct investment, and it is in the news because according to the latest data released by the government, foreign direct investment equity flows in India decreased by 3.49% in financial year 24 due to reduced investments in sectors such as services, computer hardware and software, telecom, auto and pharma. And during the last fiscal year, FDI equity flows from major countries such as Mauritius, Singapore, the US, UK, UAE, Cayman Islands, Germany, and Cyprus declined, and Singapore remained the largest source of FDI into India, contributing $11.8 billion in financial year 24. Next article focuses upon statutory bail, and it is in the news because recently Delhi High Court granted statutory bail to GNU scholar and student activist in connection with 2020 communal riots case involving allegations of sedition. Section 13 of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967 was invoked against him, under which the maximum punishment prescribed is 7 years. Now let's know more about statutory bail. So friends, the provision of statutory bail under section 436A of the CRPC was introduced through an amendment in 2005 to tackle the issue of rising number of under trials in prisons. It imposes a statutory limit on detention in cases where trial has not yet commenced. And as per the provision, if an under trial has been in custody for more than half of the maximum period of imprisonment prescribed for the offense, they are entitled to be released on bail on their personal bond with or without securities. This excludes cases where the death penalty is a possible punishment. Next article talks about Parkinson's disease, which is a brain condition that causes problems with movements, mental health, sleep, pain, and other health issues. Medicine can reduce symptoms, and common symptoms include tremors, painful muscle contractions, and difficulty speaking. Now, recently, India and Japan held the 6th meeting of the Joint Working Group on Counter-Terrorism, and both the countries exchanged views on terrorist threats in their respective regions. They also discussed state-sponsored cross-border terrorism in South Asia, Southeast Asia, East Asia, and the Middle East East, as well as terror activities in Afghanistan and Pakistan region. And Indian Air Force contingent reached Alaska to participate in upcoming multinational exercise Red Flag 24, which is a 2-week advanced aerial combat training exercise that is aimed at integrating aircrew in a multinational environment. So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.